What's up? Got the webcam here. I got a light for it. So unlike Spoopy, where I had the webcam but you couldn't actually see anything, now I've got the webcam and you can actually see me in it. So we're playing another horror game. You know I don't like this, but I know you like this. And who knows, maybe I'll learn to love to hate it instead of just hate it. I know how this is gonna go and it's not good.
Don't forget, some things mustn't be forgotten. The shadow hunting me. I must hurry. My name is Daniel. I live in London at Mayfair. What have I done? This is crazy. Don't forget. Don't forget. I must stop him. Focus. My name is... I am Daniel.
So I'm playing as Daniel. I gathered that much. About all I've got so far though. Game did warn me not to try to fight enemies. So this is more of a run and hide game. Follow the liquid trail and find its source. Lovely. I don't have any desire to do that. And we're going upstairs. Going up the stairs. These are nice stairs. They're very dark stairs, very scary. It's definitely a very... Someone or something's near. Can't see. It doesn't want me to look this way. Did I just go through a fit of insanity? And I am not gonna stay. Ooh. A lantern. Well, shit. Alright. Doesn't seem like I can light this on fire. And I'm out of oil.
19th of August, 1839. I wish I could ask how much you remember. I don't know if there will be anything left after I consume this drink. Don't be afraid, Daniel. I can't tell you why, but know this. I choose to forget. Try to find comfort and strength in that fact. There is a purpose. You are my final effort to put things right. God willing, the name Alexander of Brandenburg still invokes bitter anger in you. If not, this will sound horrible. Go to the inner sanctum, find Alexander, and kill him. His body is old and weak, and yours, young and strong. He will be no match for you. One last thing. A shadow is following you. It's a living nightmare, breaking down reality. I have tried everything, and there is no way to fight back. You need to escape it as long as you can. Redeem us both, Daniel. Descend into the darkness where Alexander waits and murder him. Your former self, Daniel.
That's terrifying. Oh, good. More oil. So there is.
Alexander, is it inside the castle?
In a manner of speaking. Come, bring the lamp. You've been to the refinery, have you not?
don't believe I have. Is it connected to the... what did you call it?
The inner sanctum. My most precious chamber, Daniel. And it lies well beyond the refinery. In fact, it lies beneath the very stone of Brennenburg.
I don't know where I'm meant to go, but I don't want to go anywhere. I guess it didn't want me to go that way yet. There's something happening here. What it is isn't exactly clear. But I think it's time we stop. It's that sound. I shall do what I can and move them to the wine cellar. Great, so everything I need's in the wine cellar, not the lab. Something's down there. It's time to run.
There should be more coop rats. Let me see. And one part aquaforce.
Oh, you've gotta be kidding me. I need a key too? Well, if it wasn't in the lab, and that way's blocked up, and that way blocked up, guess that means I'm going this way.
16th of May, 1839. The unflinching African sun has continued to plague our expedition, making it impossible to dig until dusk. How Professor Herbert managed to find the location in these vast plains of nothingness remains a mystery to me. When I asked him about the tomb again, he told me about the legend of Tin Hanan, the mother of us all. An interesting story in its own right, but I can't help feeling there's more. Later that evening, we uncovered a passage beneath the dunes leading to a sand-covered stone structure. The professor was confident it was the tomb we sought and ordered the others to clear the way late into the dark, cold night. Tomorrow, I shall lead the men into the ancient structure, hoping to reach the burial chamber. No matter what the professor is keeping from me, the dig should yield something interesting to take back to London and the British Museum.
Did that just open? Great, another locked door. Now I get to be unsure of what my key goes to. There's something back there.
'17th of May, 1839. My hands tremble as I write. I feel a need to document my tribulation, for I fear that my memory will fail me if I linger. Today, I took some men and ventured into the dark, ancient passage we uncovered. Our torches burned faintly in the murky air as we slowly made our way underground. The men were superstitious and fearful. They argued loudly, and I felt their strange language getting to me. I mustered my strength and yelled at them to continue down the slopes and broken steps. The crudely carved passage confused me. It looked much older than the 4th century structure we had expected. The twisting path emerged into a great antechamber. The walls were lined with statues unlike any I'd ever seen. Despite their unearthly quality, I felt a strange familiarity toward them, which haunts me still. At the far end of the chamber, a great slab of stone sealed off whatever lay ahead. I gave the order to raise it, and as I pushed through the narrow space, the heavy stone suddenly dropped, sealing me inside. I was trapped.
Imagine that. Trapped.
Much of the castle is old and hasn't been tended to for centuries. When the shadow arrives, it won't take long until things start falling apart.
We're just buying time anyway. Let's do what we can.
There isn't much to be done about the walls. We should reinforce weak structures. The ground will tremble and there's a risk everything will cave in on us, especially downstairs. Here, and there. Let's get the servants working on it.
Whatever this thing is that's here with me, we were expecting it. Not breakable by hand. I guess bashing the helmet isn't what they had in mind. Perhaps a rock would do the trick?
You have to be swift when you activate the first one. You hear that? If it stops, you'll have to start over.
Isn't all this a bit excessive?
You can never be too careful, Daniel.
Yeah, I can see this is the bookshelf that needs to move, but how do I move it? This book looks oddly out of place. How'd that open? Someone's playing the piano. That must be the shadow. It's not the hedgehog. Perhaps a dimly lit room. It's not the best choice. Shit. So this shadow can be locked in. That's what the stone was for.
Where did the Baron go?
Who cares? He left us enough wine to last us a lifetime. Or at least until tomorrow.
Out of oil, I have no tinder boxes, I can't see shit. Dude, this is not good. I need light.
What's happening? Oh, it feels like my chest is going to burst. Oh.
My God, Wilhelm, do something!
Accept it. We're not getting out of here.
How can you say that? Alexander, you piece of shit, let us out of here!
My name is Wilhelm, House of Garrick. These are my final words, my confession and testament. 2 years ago I was summoned to the Castle Brennenburg. As most of the aristocracy, I was curious about what the supposed Knight of the Order could want from me, and accepted the invitation. The Baron was friendly and offered me a proposition. It dawned on me that the nature of the contract was sordid, and that the reason I was chosen was because of the follies of my past, and not the honors I'd been rewarded with during my time as a soldier. I was to kidnap healthy humans upon his slightest whim, and do so without asking questions. In return, he would attest to my character at the royal court, advancing my position within noble society. I would like to claim that I struggled with my decision, but it came swiftly and I accepted wholeheartedly. Ever since that day, I've brought men, women, and children to Brennenburg. I can't remember the numbers, but there were many, perhaps even 100, none of whom were ever seen or heard from again. Tonight, the Baron invited me and my men down to the wine cellar to celebrate our work. I had my suspicions as we descended the stairs, but he insisted and joined us in a toast. The wine tasted fine and my men drank without restraint. So begins the punishment for our sins. The Baron has locked us up and returned upstairs. Forgive me for what I have done. I was weak and fell into his diabolic ways. My men are screaming. Their skin has been pierced by their own tangled bones. I feel my insides revolt against their God-given nature. Blood has begun to pour from my eyes and I can no longer... Dude, that's fucked. I am not... I'm not pleased to be down here. I think that's enough for tonight, perhaps. I guess watching antics or something, subscribe, and I don't know, I guess it's probably just whatever the hell YouTube wants you to watch. I don't really... Oh. It's that way. Yeah. I didn't see, there's actually nothing there, it's just... Off the screen it just becomes nothingness, it's kind of terrifying. Maybe if I exit out of the game that'll go away.